In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 low-cost fixes that can make buyers choose your home over your competition. You know, one of the easiest mistakes that I see home sellers make is thinking, oh, it's fine. The house is clean enough. The doorknob works most of the time. The faucet only drips a little. The room feels a little cluttered, but people can see past that. But here's the truth. Fine doesn't make a buyer choose your home. Hi everyone, I'm Marty Hampton with Marty Hampton Real Estate, and buyers are looking at multiple homes these days. They are comparing your home against everything else that they're seeing online, in person, and in the neighborhoods. And the home that wins is usually not the one that feels fine, it's the one that feels cared for. It feels clean, it feels easy, it feels maintained. It feels like the buyer can trust what they're seeing. And when buyers trust what they can see, they start trusting what they can't see. And that is exactly what you want as a home seller. That's why the little things matter. You know, a few years ago, you could put almost anything on the market and buyers would come running because inventory was so low and they had literally no homes to choose from. That is not the market that we're in presently. Today's buyers have more choices. They are more selective. Every dollar feels important to them. So when something feels off, they do not talk themselves into it. They move on. And the good news is the things that make the biggest difference are not always expensive. They just require attention and intention. So today I want you to walk through 3 low-cost fixes that can make buyers feel more confident about choosing your home. First, fix what buyers touch. Before you worry about new furniture, new paint colors, or a major project, start with the small things that buyers physically interact with. Loose doorknobs, sticky doors, burned out light bulbs, dripping faucets, cracked outlet covers, cabinet doors that do not close properly. Buyers notice these things because they're touching them. They flip the light switch on. They open your closet door. Then they turn on the faucet. They walk through the front door. When the little things do not work, buyers start wondering what else doesn't work. And that is what sellers underestimate. And it's not just about the doorknob, it's about trust. A home that feels cared for gives buyers confidence. A home that feels neglected gives buyers reason to pause. And pause can cost a seller dearly. It can show up in longer days on the market, weaker offers, and more room for buyers to negotiate. So when a buyer can feel that a home has been prepared with care, they are more comfortable about moving forward. The second thing I would tell you is depersonalize the space. The second fix is so simple, but it matters. Depersonalize your home. The more the house feels like it belongs only to you, the harder it is for a buyer to imagine that it belongs to them. And that means taking down the family photos, packing away collections, clearing off countertops, cleaning off the top of the refrigerator, and even giving every room a little bit more breathing room. Buyers need space to mentally move in. And they need to picture that their sofa, their artwork, their dog leash by the door, and their coffee mug is on the counter. If every wall, every shelf, and countertop is still full of your life, there's no room for them to imagine theirs. According to NAR's 2025 home staging research, 83% of buyers' agents said that staging made it easier for buyers to visualize a property as their future home. So this is not just decoration, this is a strategy, and you do not always need a full professional staging package to get this right. Sometimes a consultation is all you need. I provide a written home staging consultation to all of our home sellers because the goal is not to spend more, the goal is to make the house show better. And sometimes that means removing what distracts, rearranging what you already own, and making the room look bigger without changing a single wall. You know, small changes in presentation can make a home feel much more appealing. Number 3, build a showing routine. The third rule is if you live in the home we are selling for you, we ask you to build a 15-minute showing routine. Because here's the reality of it. You may have 10, 20, or 30 showings before we get the right offer. You cannot deep clean your home every single time someone wants to see it. So you need a routine that is easy enough to repeat. Make the beds, clear the countertops, turn on the lights, open the blinds, take out the trash, put the pets away or take them out of the home. Do one last quick walkthrough before you leave. Same checklist every time. And if daily life makes clutter hard to control, I have given this advice for years. Keep a few large bins handy. So when a showing is coming up, gather the clutter, put it in the bins, place them in the closet or the garage or your car. It doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is not perfection. The goal is to show the home in its best light. And buyers take what they see and turn it into a story. Dirty becomes neglected. Cluttered becomes small, dark becomes hard to live in. That is why a showing routine matters, and it protects the way buyers interpret your home. And let me add one more thing. Pay attention to how your home smells. We all get nose blind to our own homes. Pets, cooking, laundry, trash, closed up rooms, all of it. Buyers notice scent immediately. And yes, there's an old real estate trick about baking cookies before an open house. And I understand the idea. You want the home to feel warm and inviting. But today, I would rather that your home smell fresh than staged. Strong scent is like strong perfume. You may love it, and the buyer may not. And when you're selling a home, you do not want to introduce one more reason for a buyer to say no. So heavy candles, strong sprays, plug-ins, or anything too sweet can make a buyer wonder what you're trying to cover up. So the goal is not perfume, the goal is neutrality. Open the windows when you can, take the trash out, keep the pets' areas handled. Use a light scent only if needed. Fresh, neutral, easy to say yes to. And in closing, remember this, buyers are not just measuring rooms, they're measuring risk. Every small detail either makes the home feel safer to choose or easier to walk away from. So fix what they touch, depersonalize the space, build your own showing routine, and make sure that your home smells clean. Those simple things can change the way a buyer experiences your home, and they will change the way a buyer writes an offer. If you're getting ready to sell or your home is already on the market and you want to know if it's showing as well as it should, reach out to me and my team. We will walk you through the home selling experience and tell you exactly what matters and help you focus on the changes that will make the biggest difference. And as always, if you have any real estate question, call me, message me, reach out to the team. Marty Hampton Real Estate. See you next time.